I'm an assistant head teacher and I have only worked in that school for 6 weeks. And the first thing I did when I walked into that school was get the Big Cats reading scheme going, because the school is it's underfloor targets and a lot needs doing. The teachers haven't run out of Big Cats yet, and they keep telling me, they stop me in the corridor and say, the children are so engaged in reading, thank you for getting the Big Cats, thank you for training me on guided reading. I think Big Cats quite clearly uses some very good authors, and when I'm looking at the early readers, they are very, very engaging, and the authors seem to know what young readers need.
They're more like a real book because some have photographs in, some have got illustrations in. They're presented in different ways, so it's not, you don't feel like you're a slave to a reading scheme. For whatever level children were reading at, they were reading different types of text. I mean, I think that is an advantage of the Big Cat, because you pick up 2 books and they are different, they're very different.
You can utilise it in more ways than one. It's not just going to sit in that room that TA goes into. Actually, they're books there that can be used for your literacy lesson, on your guided writing session. That can also be a guided reading session that's set you know, cross-curricular.
I really like their books. We've got the majority of their titles in our guided reading. They have really good layouts and nice photographs, diagrams, and their books are very modern looking. Books have to be good visually to particularly reluctant readers, to kind of encourage them in. One of the things that's nice to have in the reading scheme as well is books with patterned language and rhythm in them, because that helps with like fluency and phrasing. There's one book that really stands out. It's when I get children that get stuck with, and they're very robotic with their reading. You know, it's very word by word by word, and there's this book, it's called Rat-a-tat-tat, and you've got to get the rhythm going, and he does it beautifully. And it's not difficult language either. The vocabulary, there's a lot of high frequency words in there, but there's that lovely rhythm and repeated pattern, and beautiful illustrations to go with it, and it really gets the children's fluency going.
Sometimes just take sort of one book for them to then sort of think, oh yeah, reading's not so bad. And boys are quite reluctant readers anyway. Their non-fiction books are particularly good because they're just of high interest level for children. A lot of the topics sort of about dinosaurs and animals and how to draw cartoons, they love those kind of things. They're set out in a way that which children are kind of used to, sort of with changing sort of technology, like bubbles and stuff everywhere, so they're not having to read a page downwards all the time. They'll be able to look around, and it's quite visual for them. Once children can read fluently, you still don't actually know whether they can understand the books that they're reading. And that's that sort of big thing. Once you know their reading levels go up, it might appear that they can read a book at one of the high levels perfectly, but if you ask questions about it, they don't understand a thing. And that happens, that's when you can still use the Big Cat books and use your questioning to move the children on.